here for our August 15th build challenge, which was a random trait home with an interior design challenge of a nothing matches room. So a room where it still was functional, but absolutely nothing went together. So I did my best in that regard. I think I did okay. So this build actually was a serious challenge because I made a sim on stream, if anybody saw that. And then almost immediately after making her, because of a corrupted mod, my game crashed and I lost all of the work progress. So then I decided to just re-roll a sim instead of trying to go back and do it all again and blah blah. And that sim came out like a little bit too well rounded for a random. Um, and it was going to be like a little bit too easy. I'm going to get into each one of these sims in a minute here, because I am going to show them all to you before we do the walkthrough. But so then after that, I re-rolled her again. And the third time, it was just like, I don't even know how to, like, what do we even do for the house? Because the challenge being was you had to roll a random sim and build the house based on the traits that Cass generated. So you would build a house like specifically around that sim. We are going to get into the first sim here. So the first reroll sim that I did was this one here. And the name that it rolled for her was Yadira Duff. So it rolled a female young adult mermaid sim with the traits of bro, lone wolf, child of the islands. And then I made her a mermaid sim based on like a spinner thing that I did. So as you can see, it worked out a little too well for it to be believable that that was a randomly generated sim. So anyway, just a little bit about Yadira here. I gave her the beach life aspiration, also based on the fact she was a mermaid sim with the traits that she had. Her randomly generated likes were fitness, mischief, singing, and wellness. Favorite colors were blue, green, orange, pink, and yellow. And favorite music was easy listening, island music, nature soundscapes, singer-songwriter, and summer strut. And she dislikes mixology. So once again, we couldn't I couldn't do this one just because it, like I say, like she came out way too well rounded, even with pressing the randomizer. So that was the reason for her rejection, eventual rejection. There is like a half built house for her, but whatever. Okay, then our second attempt was this lovely lady. This is Lily Grady. She is a young adult female vampire sim. Once again, I used spinners for almost every aspect of her. Plugged in everything that, like all of the traits, all the aspirations, everything. Because I was like, let's, if we're going to do this, let's do this as fully as we possibly can, right? So in her case, she came out as a female young adult vampire sim. The traits that she had were self-assured, goofball, and jealous. with a best-selling author aspiration. Randomly generated likes were dancing, mischief, and writing. She had no favorite color, and favorite music was carnival beats, electronica, kids radio, and summer strut. The reason for rejecting this particular one was because I had no idea how to decorate a vampire's house with goofball and jealous as traits. So it just became one of those things where I was like, no. So, because I did once again, there's like I have like a half baked build for her house as well, or I did. I bulldozed it and just moved her into a prefab that I had for other purposes, for just gameplay purposes, because I actually really did like how this sim turned out. So I did want to keep her. So after all was said and done, I decided, okay, the mix of traits that the original sim I rolled during stream had was going to work really well for house design and meeting the interior design challenge and all of those things. So I just ended up going back, um, rewatching my stream and kind of getting a basic idea of who this sim was and what she looked like before. I had said in the stream that this was like a seriously like rushed job in terms of how long I normally spend on Sims and like working on making them look really good. So we went back, we remade Emmeline Linton, which is this beautiful lady right here. And so she rolled as a human, just a regular human female sim, with the traits of practice makes perfect, ambitious, and geek. And so I did give her a knowledge aspiration. What I'm going to do here is I didn't actually write down like all of her favorites. So like I did with the other two. So I'm just pulling her up in the game so that I can let you guys know what her details are. And then I'm going to go through her outfits because I do love Create a Sim. I'm much more of a builder, but I do enjoy Create a Sim, especially with these challenges where it's like build a house based on the sim. So just bear with me here so that I can let you know. Okay, so I gave her the knowledge aspiration of computer whiz. Um, she has a bonus trait of quick learner, and she has a lot of likes. Not too many dislikes as of yet. I have been playing her, so she's developed a couple, but she came with a dislike of skiing and swordsmanship, which I thought was kind of funny. Um, Likes are computers, fishing, handiness, phones, photography, programming, research and debate, robotics, rocket science, video gaming, wellness, and writing. I picked her likes in terms of hobbies and skills just for playability reasons. But she did come, like I say, with the dislike of skiing and swordsmanship, which I thought was really quite funny when I pressed the randomizer button. Her favorite colors are blue and purple, which you'll see prevalent in her outfits when I go through those. And she likes carnival beats music, world music, and dislikes pop music. So the music taste I didn't pick myself. That also came with the random generation. The only thing that I actively chose were her aspiration, which you have to do. The randomizer doesn't do that for you. And her hobbies and skills for playability and skill building reasons. I chose ones that had to do with her aspiration. So, oh, And she also has a Rottweiler named King that wears a little sweater and a bow tie, which I love. But yeah, that was kind of like an afterthought because I put a doghouse on the lot, and I was like, well, might as well get rid of dog. Anyway, so going back to her outfits here. So this is her everyday that we've all been staring at for a while I've been battling. And so this is then a close-up of makeup and accessories for that. This is her formal wear. I actually haven't used this dress on like anybody yet. And honestly, it was because it didn't work on anybody, but it really works well on her and I love it. You can also see in the mirror here that we have a tattoo. There is another one on her arm. I don't know if any of the pictures will show it, but it's kind of down the back of her arm, and it's those blue butterflies. Activewear. Somebody that has a practice makes perfect trait, I feel like, would have something very practical and simple for working out. So that, you know, it's like this can be a go-to item for like even just like kind of like athleisure, where like when you're working on programming or something or on the computer, something comfy, easy to grab, low maintenance. And her PJs, pretty basic. Wraps her hair up at night. It's very important for curly hair. Even more so for African American hair. But curly hair as well, it's really important to wrap it if you're going to take care of your curls properly. I have curly hair and I don't do anything about it. I probably should, but I don't. So my Sims do it instead. Okay. And then this is her party outfit. It's just kind of like comfy casual. Lots of fun patterns, which I enjoy, like on her headscarf and stuff. And then it's kind of like comfy chic. Because, like, I don't know. She's a nerd, she's a geek, but I feel like you can be a style geek as well. Like current styles or even just like imitating style from a character you like in a show or something like that. So I kind of have that idea in my head that she kind of has that sort of design aspect to her as well. Love this swimsuit. I'm pretty sure it's from Lindian. It's either Lindian or it's Hydra, one of the two. 'Cause they both make similarly adorable stuff. Let me know in the comments if you want me to find that out, and I will post a list. Just looking super cute. I love how the hair wrap matched with the swimsuit as well. I feel like that just added a major extra touch, and I love it so much. Then we have our hot weather. Nothing really remarkable about that here. Not too much makeup. I did add some extra eyeliner. In the summertime, I wear extra eyeliner as well, just to keep sun glare at a minimum as much as possible. My glasses themselves are transitions as well, but it still helps to add the extra black eyeliner. And then we have our winter outfit, which I just thought was so cute and comfy and boho, and I love. So Um, yeah, so that is the sim that we have based our house on. And so now, let's get into the walkthrough if I can find it. I really should have set this all up better. But I'm trying to get this done before I have to go to work today. And I happened to wake up like super early. So I was like, okay, good. Let's make the best out of this. Okay. So here we are. I should mention that this build it's a revival of an old build of mine. I wanted to try, like when I was just like a new builder 3 years ago, I wanted to try building a trailer. I saw somebody else build a camper and I wanted to try doing it too. So this is the camper, but I revamped the inside to fit the interior design challenge of nothing matches, like one room where nothing matches but is still functional. And the old version is up on my gallery right now. You will have to look filter through custom content because there is custom content inside. Anyway, here we go. Nice, nice fire pit outside, a grill, doghouse, as I mentioned, for her dog. That's a new addition. I just thought it looked cute there with the camper and everything. So, and like I've been seeing more and more people these days posting videos about like, we renovated a bus, we live in a bus, this, that, and the other thing. So I also thought, as like an ambitious geek, she would be like, yeah, I could revamp a camper or something and live in it. This just seems like a thing that she would do. I don't know. She gives that vibe of like DIY out of my way. So here we have some trophy cases, just trophies of achievements that she has in kind of the front landing area. Table. All the built-in cabinetry. Built-in stove and all of that, the sink, etc. Just your usual cabinet or your usual like camper stuff. This camper did come with a washer and dryer and a full bath with a shower. And the fridge and all of that is also meant to make it look as built in as possible. So, and then in the back here is where the master bedroom / her workspace is. So this is where I decided to go with nothing matches. Just creative chaos in a geeky kind of fun way. So I did actually really enjoy rebuilding this bedroom. It turned out quite nice, actually, in my opinion. I still feel like even though nothing like goes together specifically, it all sort of melds in a really good way. So, but yes, the bedroom was kind of what gave me the idea that Emmeline was a DIY queen. And there we have the camper. It's not that big, it's not that impressive, but I think this was one of my earliest builds that I ever did. And so in that sense, I am very proud of it. And I'm also really happy with the renovations and the changes that were made. I tried to bring the camper part down closer to the actual trailer, but if you do that, the tires come up through the floor. So there was nothing I could really do there. I'm sure there's a way to kind of mesh it better, and when I find that, I will fix it and all of that. But for now, I'm happy with how it turned out. I think it looks great, and it is fully functional, fully play tested, and so I think we can call that challenge complete. So So, of course, with that challenge completed, I will see you all in the next one on August 31st. And our next challenge is a single expansion limited build, where I can choose one expansion plus base game and use that on a 30 by 20 lot with an interior design challenge of clutter chaos. So we'll see how that goes. As much as possible, because it is a pack exclusive thing, I'm going to try to not use custom content for the cluttering part, but I may have to because base game has very limited clutter. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. We'll see what pack I get even, and kind of go from there. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, comment, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, if there's anything that you might want to see, or if maybe it's time for another one of Bear and Boo's bonus builds, let me know. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.